Alright. We are live, everyone. What is up? What is going on? Welcome. Make sure this music volume is good. Yeah, I think it's good. I don't really adjust my music volume much anyway. I don't know why. I was like thinking, oh, maybe I should mess with it. No, it's fine. Fine the way it is. But welcome. Today we're going to be playing some Naya Ponza. Let me go ahead and get this uploaded onto Stream Decker, which I definitely should always do before I start the streams. I always forget. So we're gonna upload it now. It only takes like 2 seconds anyway. Oh right, this isn't the same. Let me do that really quick. I changed it last minute. Before we get started, I actually cheated ahead a little bit. I already started the league. Normally I would start it on stream, but I couldn't help myself. I wanted to play before we, I don't know, like when I got home from work, basically. The deck has been good so far. Very good. Just gonna bring it up so you guys can look at it. Make sure it shows up all on the stream. It does. Cool. Very cool. And now let me export this and just load it to Stream Decker. Previously, I had what did I have? I had Lightning Helix in the Rip Apart slot, and I actually had an additional Lightning Helix, and I was down one Chandra, but I changed the main deck a little bit. We went 4-1 in the first league. Lost to Mason Clark. I posted that on Twitter the other day. He was nice enough to retweet it. Shout out to him for doing that. See, set this one as my current. Okay, I think it just automatically did it anyway. Anyway, he was nice enough to retweet that. Very, very good deck that he was playing. He was playing Jund Sagas, and that deck is like super busted. But yeah, it was fun, and I continue to. I want to play this deck a little bit more and really get like a feel for it. But in every match that I've played, I know it seems like I'm really like blowing this deck up. It's just fucking Ponza, right? But in every matchup I've played, this deck has felt really good. Like, I feel like I have game against everything. I think the Rip Apart's main in a Ragavan metagame seem a little sus, but I mean, you already have Lightning Bolt. You've got your own Ragavan. I don't know. You've just got ways to answer Ragavan outside of just, and most decks don't even run this, right? Because we gotta think of it like this. Like, we're playing white for a reason, right? We're playing white mostly for sideboard cards. I mean, the access to Wear and Tear is really nice in an Urza metagame. Blossoming Calm is really good against Burn, obviously. I suppose you could use it against like Death Shadow and the like, but you don't really need it. Rest in Peace is obviously a lot stronger than Endurance. Endurance just puts a band-aid on the problem. It doesn't really solve it. And this deck isn't really closing out games super fast after an Endurance, so I don't know. This version, oh, and Fiery Justice, and I forget about this one. So my friend Ryan actually put me on this card, and I totally forgot about it. But this is kind of like insurance against Death Shadow. You can bring it in against other matchups, it's fine. I mean, it's a 3-mana sorcery spell, which is typically something you're not casting in Modern these days. But if you think of it in terms of like against Death Shadow, what it does is like kind of like a 3-for-1 in a lot of cases, or can be anyway. They like to slam like multiple threats. They like to slam multiple Death Shadows all at once, and if you can resolve this, then you can just completely wipe their board. So I don't know. I mean, it might be cute. I did cast this card the other day, and it didn't resolve correctly. My opponent did not gain the life, which I thought was really weird. So I resolved it again today, and it did work. So I'm hoping that was just a fluke or something. Also, be prepared. I might actually adjust my lighting a little bit. It seems like my my cam is like, for some reason, a little low on light, but not that you guys really care anyway. You don't care. I could turn off my cam and you guys wouldn't even. I'm wearing my glasses today because my contact lens were getting dried up. I don't know if you guys ever experienced that, like if you wear like corrective vision, but it's like when your contacts like dry up and you're like trying to focus on something on the screen and you just can't. It's super annoying. It's almost as annoying as wearing glasses, in my opinion. Humble opinion. I fucking hate glasses so much, bro. Drives me crazy. Alright. I'm gonna be taking my time tonight because I really do think this deck can trophy. There should be no reason why it doesn't. I mean, it's a good deck. It is a good deck. Sometimes decks are just, I think this one good right now. You know what I'm saying? Just the screen. First match of the night, so bear with me. Alright, we're on the play. That's good. One of the cards I find myself taking out the most, honestly, is Ragavan. Our opponent's playing Luris, which is like 90% of the decks in the metagame, so we don't know what they're playing. We're gonna mulligan this. Not fast enough. And while it is true that we get less picky, hand number 2, I'm gonna mulligan this as well. This hand looks a little better, all things considered. Let's cut the Arbor. Like with this, they're playing Luris, so I put a lot of stock in both this. I'm in between on all of these. I think if I play Arbor Elf on turn 1, they will try to kill it first. I'm actually gonna get a stomping ground first. Normally I would just get a basic forest to fix this up for what do you call it? Blood Moon, but we don't need to do that just yet. It looks like they're playing Hammer. Well, this is pretty tempting. I don't think I can pass up on this Blood Moon. I don't know what else they could. I mean, they could possibly resolve a Springleaf Drum and like some more creatures. I'd feel pretty bad if that's the line, but I feel like we have to do this. This is part of the reason why I'm liking Ponza right now, and just the access to like Pillage, Blood Moon. I mean, sure, they don't need Blood Moon to cast some of their cards, but the ones that matter, they need Blood Moon. And then next turn, if they let us, we can go ahead and kill that Mem Knight. Get it off the battlefield. One less threat laying around. Now, we probably would have been better off taking Pillage. You know, knowing what we know now, we probably would have been better off taking Pillage over Clothis. But, I mean, with the Luris deck and the Blind, this card just has a lot of value. They can't really get rid of it very easily. No. Kyle, appreciate the like. Rage, thanks for the like. Nice. Oh, we just win just like that. All we had to do is cast Blood Moon and we won. Crazy. Okay, so we have a lot more tools on the draw. We're actually better off on the draw. What I like to do in this matchup, and I'm not saying it's necessarily correct or incorrect, I like to take out my Ragavans. Because I don't really see myself connecting so much with Ragavan. And in my mind, I'm the control deck here. I don't really want to play Ragavan. Yeah, we're good, man. We're good. Peace and love. And I also like to bring in Fiery Justice. You know, this is one of those matchups where like every little creature they have represents a potential lethal threat. And you know, quote this, while it blocks really well if we get a lot of stuff on the battlefield, you know, it doesn't represent a potential board wipe like Fiery Justice does, for example. So that's why I prefer that card. Everything else is not really important to me. This is pretty much how I've been boarding against Hammer Time. So this is actually a really important matchup for us to play first, right? Because this is one of the best decks, if not the best deck in the format. It's between that, GDS, and like Murktide. Those are like the three. Big three, so to speak. And then there's like 50 million other decks that are like close, right? I don't know why my game just did that. Really cool. Real cool. But yeah. That's all. And I do think I'm favored in this matchup. This is a very interesting hand because we have a lot of tools in it. We pretty much, it is basically a handful of sideboard cards. In addition to having Fury, 2 Wear Tears. I mean, we don't have to cast this Fiery Justice. We can simply exile it with Fury. The problem is obvious in that we only have 1 land in a Utopia Sprawl. So, hypothetically speaking, if my opponent opens up with turn 1 Thoughtseize, we could potentially get put in a pretty bad position early. Keep in mind, this deck only plays 19 lands. So our odds of drawing another one, or excuse me, 20 lands. So we have 19 remaining. So our odds of drawing another one are less than 50%. But we have 2 turns to do it in, which, you know, betters our odds marginally. I'm gonna keep it. On the draw, I think this hand has a lot of tools, a lot of potential. We'll see. Really do want to do well with this deck though, because I want to show people how good I think this deck is. I want to kind of show myself how good I think this deck is. Okay, so we didn't draw a land, unfortunately. But we do have to. We have to respect the hammer, basically. So I can Fury now. My opponent has 3 cards in hand. They're gonna go up to 4. I can Fury now and exile Fiery Justice, basically, right? More than likely is gonna be the pick, or Pillage. Fiery Justice is probably better than Pillage. It's just harder to cast, that's all. Yeah, let's just do this, honestly. It might seem like overkill, because it is, but like I said, I have to respect the hammer, you know? And Fury ain't killing nothing with a hammer on it. Let's just put it that way. If I draw a Wooded Foothills or a Windswept Heath, I'm thrilled. I'm absolutely thrilled. Especially because I think an Urza Saga is probably coming soon. But either way you cut it, like we definitely need to hit our land drops. That much is true. Would love to draw another land. because then we can wear, pair, and pretty much start to wrap up this game before it even starts. Shadow Spear. Well, that sort of indicates to me that they do not have Hammer Time in their hand currently. Because if they did, then that is definitely the equipment that they would have put into play. They do get to draw a card. It's unfortunate, but I don't know what they're about. We definitely need to get a land, though. This is very important. Hope your guys' week is going well. Mine has been a long 2 weeks. I worked through this weekend. I just like had to take yesterday off. You know when you like wake up and you're like getting ready to go to work and you're just like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know if I can do it today. Like, I don't know if anyone else, it's not really funny, but it's funny in hindsight. Like, I don't know if anyone else really feels this way. Surely you must. Sometimes I get up and I'm just like, I can't do it. I gotta call in and just take a personal day, like some personal time off. Like, that was yesterday for me because I worked through the weekend. So I worked last Monday through up until this point, basically. And I was just like so burned out. So yeah, I took Wednesday off to relax. Okay, our opponent's back. Feed the dog or something. Yeah, I'm doing well. I mean, I take these days one at a time. Maybe they're consulting the magic gods, you know, and telling them not to give us a land. Even if we don't draw a land, we're not in complete peril, right? We're still in a decent spot. It's much worse as time goes on. And this is definitely one of those hands where it feels bad because I knowingly kept the one lander, sure. In a deck that plays 20 lands, sure. On the draw though, and with a absolute bonkers hand. Oh my goodness. Well, it's not the land we wanted. I kind of wish I would have named white with this now. But, the hand is the land. Play this one tapped. Now, here are more artifacts. Alright, well, let's hope our opponent doesn't draw, like, something ridiculous, you know what I mean? They can put Luris in their hand. That's the one guarantee they have this turn. Asking for another land off the top is pretty rough, right? Like, I just wish it would have been a white source. Then we would have just had this one all locked up. Sure. We're gonna set the stop after damage. just to play around the hammer, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, I'll take that. That's as good as a land. As good as it's gonna get. We just cast Fiery Justice here. Alright, so they got that. We can wear tear them, destroy the hammer. Or we could just destroy the Memnite. Is it really that big of a... let's destroy the hammer. Oh, dang. Should I use this bolt now? Just get it off the table. I don't know. It feels pretty bad to bolt a fucking Memnite. I'll save it, honestly. Maybe that'll be my demise. Oh, Jesus. I don't know if I'm supposed to Utopia Sprawl this forest this much, but... I don't know what even you're supposed to name at this point. This it's kind of like we're drawing lands, right? We're hitting Utopia Sprawls. Guess I didn't count that into my math earlier. We could just hold a bolt instead of like doing anything proactive. We could just play a little bit reactive and wait for the Memnites to swing. See what they do, you know? Just 2, right? Yeah. The problem is I don't want to waste a bolt on just a Memnite, right? I don't want to use a bolt on a Memnite. I don't want to destroy a Memnite. Sure, I could rip apart Sigarda's Aid, and maybe that's just the play. But what if they have a Pure Steel Paladin and they just can't play it right? Or what if they have another Sigarda's Aid, you know? I don't know what my opponent's doing. I don't know. They might be double queuing or something. They haven't said anything in chat, so... oh yeah, right. I'll name red. I don't have anything that costs double green or anything like that. There is one way this line gets me. Opponent has to get pretty lucky. But I'm not going to play around that. It basically would involve them drawing a land and playing double Colossus Hammer. But again, you're not supposed to play around stuff like that. It's not something that, you know, you ever take into account when making real decisions. Yeah, they have to be double queuing. There's no way. I mean, with them taking this much time off the clock. I also do have to save removal for Luras if they do start just ripping lands, because that represents a threat in and of itself, and it's part of the reason why I just didn't want to outright kill the Memnite. If I kill the Memnite and they just recast as Luras, then like I'm down a card, they're up a card. Basically what that means. Now, if they play a land and they equip Shadow Spear to Memnite, I mean, I'm not going to delve too deep into what ifs, but it's a lot less suspect than if they play a land and then attack, right? That's more worrisome. So in a situation like this, and this is just a good indicator if you play against Infect, it's something that takes a while to learn, is like just patience, using your life total as a resource. But if your opponent attacks with a potential lethal threat, they haven't cast anything yet, the right thing to do is just take the damage. You take the damage and you wait until post-combat. Sure, 5 life is better than 4, but 4 life is better than dead. So, just something to keep in mind. A lot of people already know that, of course, but if you don't, that's okay. At one point in time, that was a very big hurdle that I had to overcome in Mental Magic, knowing when to respond to stuff. I didn't know there was a before damage priority. I just assumed that it was attack, block, damage, right? So I would always cast stuff during blocks, essentially, after declaring blockers or whatever. So I would lose to Infect all the time and stuff until I started playing Moto. This is an interesting one. In response, I kill that. It takes them off a turn. Okay. Drew the land, thankfully. Now we don't really need it. Now we need threats. The question is, do we kill anything this turn? Or do we just wait? I do kind of want to kill that Springleaf Drum. I like them just having one land. Because if I don't kill it, it's either Springleaf Drum or Cigar to Zade is what I'm thinking. Maybe made a mistake there, I don't know. It depends on the contents of their hand. Never hurt to keep people down to one land, though. Now, I don't know if I'm supposed to fetch here. I kind of feel like I'm not supposed to. I'm already at 5. You know, if my opponent does play like a M-Knight or something like that and they just start swinging, they could potentially lethal me in a few turns. I think I'm just supposed to leave the fetch land where it's at and just hope that we're done drawing lands for the rest of the game. Well, there's an Ornithopter, which could potentially represent my demise. Uh-oh. That's not good. So what I'm opting to do in this situation is just hold the land in my hand, knowing damn well I don't have anything, but my opponent doesn't know that, so that could potentially alter their line of play, because if I simply play the land, well then I'm showing them that I have nothing. If you have lethal, then present it and I lose, right? They have to be double queuing, dude. There's no way. This is kind of the annoying thing about double queuing. Nothing against them. People do it all the time. But it's annoying when people do that because it takes forever. Good. Oh Lord, have mercy.
You have now, don't count what you don't have. Can't you see? Can't you see?
I mean, to be fair, if I had killed the Sigarda's aid, they would be doing much worse right now. To me, they would be doing much worse things to me. I think they drew the hammer though. They seem to be thinking. Yeah, this is the problem with double queuing, is that you have to sit on the other end of it, and they'll hurry up when it's like when they've got like 2 minutes left. Oh Lord, help me, Jesus. I mean, at this point, they know I don't have an answer, because if I had one, then I probably would be using it. But who knows, you know? As long as I don't crack a fetch land, they don't draw a hammer, it's gonna take them this turn and 2 more turns to kill me. So you have that much more time to potentially draw an answer to this Ornithopter or Shadow Spear. Probably the Ornithopter. This is where playing a companion is kind of nice, because then you can just kind of rely on that companion to sort of get you there. But unfortunately, we're not. I mean, I don't like the Obosh versions of Ponza personally, but it is a thing that people play. They have 4 cards in hand. Hard to believe they can't cast any of them. There's a Stoneforge Mystic. Okay, so this is it. This is the turn that we, you know, potentially have to do anything. I basically have to draw some type of out here. Fury would be decent. It doesn't quite get us there. It would save us for a turn. I mean, there are some reasons not to fetch here. I'm just not gonna fetch. There's Bolt. Bolt does save me. And that was one of the reasons not to fetch. Uh-oh. Got 3 lands now. Of course, they don't have to do anything, so yeah, we just lose this one, unfortunately. Bad state of affairs. We just run it back. There's no reason to change anything. We had a really bonkers hand. It just didn't quite work out because the lands were really awkward. Had I named white with Utopia Sprawl, we would have been in much better shape, I feel like, early on. But you pretty much always name red-green. I mean, it is our primary colors. Of course, in the post-board, it gets more Naya. But I consider running Solitude in the sideboard, but there's just not enough white cards to justify it, honestly. You have to consider the fact that you have to have white cards to be able to cast these things. Oh, this hand might be a trap, too. I'm on the play this time. I'm gonna mulligan this. Yeah, much better. Much safer. I'm actually gonna bottom the Temple Garden. We just need a threat to play alongside this hand. And we'll be in good shape. Sorry the opponent's playing a little slow, guys. I think they're double queuing, which is perfectly allowed. It's not illegal or anything like that. It just means that we have to, unfortunately, play in a long match that probably could have been over twice now, but it is what it is. People do it. I personally don't do it because I like to be fully concentrated on what I'm doing, and I feel like if I play in 2 different games, it doesn't quite satisfy the urge to play like good Magic, but some people can multitask better than me, so that doesn't really say much. Red, there you go. It's a really good draw. Could potentially get our opponent pretty good here if we wait on the Kataki. I don't know if I'm supposed to wait on it or not, you know, because you can play it, but they just don't play anything additional or whatever, if that's the case. And I'm gonna play it. I mean, I'm not blocking. That's who you're thinking. I think we're in pretty good shape here. And they lose their thing, so we're in really good shape. God, whoever has never played Kataki and Pillage together is not living. They're not living life, my friend. Better check their pulse. Oh my god. How gross. I mean, is that nasty or what? Alright, let's go ahead and update that league record, boys. 3-0. Although we did drop a game. A little disappointed in that. Gotta do better. Just kidding. This is better than anything you could ever ask for in Modern. Probably gonna be a little bit of a shorter stream tonight, just because like I do want to get like, not to get too personal, but like I do want to like get my, like, you know, a good shower and like brush the teeth and get everything in before bed. So I'll probably just end up finishing out this league. and then like calling it good there. This hand on the draw, like here's the thing. I used to fall into the trap of keeping hands like this all the time. You ship it. Just ship it. Don't keep it. Not worth it. See, like this hand, better, right? Better. Not great, but it's better. We have to assume our Arbor Elf is probably gonna die. Unless we're playing against another Hammer Time deck. But I am just gonna throw back the Fury here, our only duplicate card. Okay, so it is another one of these. We can actually kill both of these and just ditch the village maybe. Either ditch Pillage or Blood Moon. It's tough to say. Blood Moon hurts me right now, which kind of sucks. But I do feel like I have to get these off the battlefield. Their next play is potentially going to be Pure Steel Paladin. And I have to be able to answer the follow-up Hammer, right? And Blood Moon does not effectively do that. It does stop them from playing additional cards, though. It's a tough call. They kept the hand for a reason, though. I'm just gonna exile the Blood Moon. I don't know if that was the right call or not, but... Alright. They are going to draw a card, unfortunately. But it's better than getting killed. One, two, three, four. Almost have enough. Cast Fury. You have to hold out for one more turn. An opponent conceding with 0 permanents in play is an achievement unlocked. Just a heads up. Oh, is it? Already have that achievement. I've played quite a bit of Hate Bears in my day, but I appreciate it, man. Awesome. Our opponent just plays Lurrus next turn, right? Does that change our line of play? I don't think so. If they draw, they do have two. Fucking A, man. They do have 2 cards in hand. Safe to assume they probably have a land. If we hit Godless Shrine, they're less likely to be able to cast Lurrus. It's actually a tougher decision than it looks this turn. Because let's say they go Lurrus, land, play a Colossus Hammer, and I have to answer another Colossus Hammer. And I don't know. They don't play that many hands. It's possible they don't have another one. I think I'm supposed to hold the Fury there. I think I'm supposed to, yeah. So I'm supposed to pillage there. I'm supposed to pillage there, and then I played. Okay, yeah. Yep. What if we get him though? What if we attack and we pillage afterwards? Switch the inclines. Okay. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. I'm gonna attack with a Fury and see if they take the bait. It's gonna be a negative Ghost Rider. Fucking A. God damn this land, dude. Not gonna win through that. I basically misplay. I kind of punted in a way. It's okay though. We'll beat him on the rebound. So what I should have did was I should have held Fury in my hand. Yeah, I think so too. I was thinking the same thing. So what I should have did is I should have just saved Fury, right? Because I know they're gonna play the Lurrus, right? And I know I'm gonna be. They have 2 cards in hand. They're gonna go up to 3. They're probably gonna have another land, right? What I should have did was I should have saved Fury, right? I should have simply what did I have? I had the opportunity to Fury or pillage. I should have just pillaged a land. I should have pillaged Urza Saga. Or no. Yeah. Pillage Urza Saga. They play a land, right? They cast Lurrus, right? Then they cast Ornithopter. That's all they can do that turn, right? So then what we do is we just play Fury that turn, and then we destroy Lurrus and like Ginger Brute and Memnite or whatever. So that was definitely the line. And oh, JMO. I just noticed, JMO, that you donated some stars, man. I appreciate that. You don't have to do that, bro, but I appreciate it. This hand is keepable. It's not the greatest looking hand in the world. It doesn't have any ramp or anything like that, but it does have a Lightning Bolt, Pillage, and Fury, which I like. So we'll see. Yeah, man, they the fact that we didn't have the second red definitely hurt our odds of like, because it's a no-brainer to not block the Fury. Stomping Grounds here. That's a good draw. I'll just hold up the Lightning Bolt here. Oh yeah, say no more, family. Oh, perfect, dude. Doesn't get any better than that. Get that land out of here. Cast this Fury. Get those out of here. Yeah, man, absolutely. Do everything I can to. Can't cast that. I don't know. Seems silly to just pillage a midnight, right? Trying to figure out what to pitch to Fury, but yeah, that draw step made it easy. Yeah, exactly. I want to cast this Chandra, man. Probably not ever gonna cast this Rip Apart, so it might be Fury fodder. I just don't want to pillage a Memnite, you know? If they play a Plains and I pillage that Memnite, I'm gonna hate myself. There we go. What is this fucking song, dude? Do nothing, yeah. Yeah. Well, this should be a favorite matchup. We just beat it. I don't know if you got the chance to see that, but we just beat it. We have a shit ton of sideboard cards, which, dude, this is the thing. I think people aren't playing enough Artifact Tape in their sideboard. I think we should be at the point where we're playing a shit ton of Artifact Hate. And the fact that Pillage and Rip Apart double serve as Artifact and Enchantment Hate, I mean, you're telling me that this card isn't being main decked right now? Like, in the right deck? I mean, come on, dude. Yeah, it doesn't answer Ragavan, but like, it answers Urza Saga, it answers all these artifacts in the metagame. I mean, you get Fiery Justice for Death Shadow, which is courtesy of Ryan. I don't know if Donkin is at least his last name. I don't know if that's actually his real last name. I'd feel bad if it wasn't. Mana is a little awkward in this hand, but keep it. Now I was watching. Oh, okay, who is Jojutsu Kaisen? That's a cool name. Is that a show or something? Oh man, it almost makes you wonder if I should just go and get a Temple Garden with this. You know what I'm saying? Is that crazy? Like, is it crazy to get a Temple Garden with this? Because if I get a Temple Garden with this, then I can potentially cast Wear Tear next turn. Oh, okay, I got you. It does sound like an anime. And then we might just actually draw the forest. Because right now, Blood Moon on turn 2 is not really hurting them. I agree. I think it's Temple Garden. I just needed a little affirmation. Wear Tear is so good against them. It's a decent card. Decent one. That's a little awkward. I don't really want to use that right now. Not with 2 Blood Moons in my hand. Wear Tear is better than Blood Moon. So I don't want them to have that Springleaf Drum. I think I'm just gonna rip apart the Springleaf Drum. Yeah. Well, yeah. I just don't want to enchant my Temple Garden if it's gonna fall off, you know what I mean? God, why are you doing this to me? What answers for Sanctifier? Very few. Go to the old deck list. Pretty much none. Double block with Arbor Elf. Win. Yeah, we don't really have any answers for that card. I don't want to enchant this Temple Garden with Utopia Sprawl. No, because Prismatic Ending is... I didn't put it in the deck because it's bad with Bloodbraid Elf. I considered Solitude, but there's not enough white cards in the board, really. Yeah, I think I just suck it up here.
At the sweet prize I won.
I play bad decks. What up? So do I, my friend. Welcome to the stream, man. Thank you so much for following. Win is a good answer. Do that. Yeah. Trying. This sucks. I don't know, man. I gotta wait for them to... I want to get better value out of this Wear Tear. They're just gonna get basic planes here, yeah. Just take 4 here. Yep. Feels bad, man. All right, well that kind of works. Let's just, you know what? Let's just wait for Lurrus, I think. They're gonna cast Lurrus next turn anyway. I played bad deck, said, glad you did well with the Krabby Patty secret formula. I went 3-0-6-0 at a local FNM again with it, another 4-1 league. Yeah, I've been playing Vengevine variants for a long time. I love that deck, and I will continue to play pretty much every Vengevine deck I can. I played it before Hogak, obviously. I played it after Hogak. I played it in Legacy. I mean, anything that has to do with Vengevine, I love it. So it was refreshing to see that you 5-0'd with it, and that encouraged me to revisit the deck and get the trophy with it. So I appreciate that. I'm assuming they have another land in hand. I'm just gonna jam Lurrus or something. May have it fully foiled out in Modern. Nice. The foil it deck out in Modern right now is old. Nope, not Terror. Just Wear. I think they might have gotten me this game just based off of bad draws, honestly. But I have to sell them on this idea that maybe I know they're gonna play Lurrus. They're not gonna play Lurrus. Wow, they were really patient, oddly patient this game. It's really strange. I don't know. That sucks, man. Alright, well, without them playing Lurrus, well, there's a blocker for... Oh, what's this fucking thing? They're just gonna beat me with Mim Knights, aren't they? Problem is I'm on a clock because I can't block this. And the longer it stays on the battlefield, the less time I have to win, basically. And I'm pretty much I'm fucked. In a simple statement. I'm going to pray for all that is holy. They do not have an additional land. God damn it. God damn it. No. No, not that. Anything but that. You're not a nice person, opponent. But you may have some life. Subsequently kill me because I have like literally nothing to deal with this. I could have cast Blood Moon this turn, huh? Great poggers. Yeah, that deck is sweet, man. I definitely feel like it has legs for sure. All right. Guess we're not gonna get to 5-0 again. We're just gonna get 4-1 forever. Such is life. I say 4-1 because it's a lock. Get 4-1. But yeah, I'm not upset about losing to Hammer Time. Hammer Time's a really good deck. It's basically the new Infect. You're not a nice person. They're not, man. And they played it so well too. That's what sucks, is like I can't even be mad at them. Cast Fiery Justice. Fiery Justice in any context is funny because it's just not a playable card in a lot of scenarios. I will say I don't play any Dark Slick Shores. I did in earlier testing, but it messed up some turns and made some turns less powerful. Crab. It is awkward, right? Because obviously with Crab, like the dream is that you have like a Dark Slick Shores and a fetch land, right? But that fetch land is so important. It's so crucial for getting, because a lot of times in a Ragavan meta, your Crab is not going to live for longer than a turn, right? So like getting that fetch land in is very important. So, and it's not like Burn is an incredibly bad matchup. I mean, we have 4 Creeping Chills for a reason. So, oh look, another Luris deck. We just bottom the redundant pillage. Probably right. Maybe we'll play not Hammer Time. Funny and not nice are not mutually exclusive. I never expect Crab to live on turn 3. Oh my god, dude. What the fuck? Was there like a tournament recently, or is Evart playing Hammer Time now, or? Uh-huh. I mean, at least when you play Crabvine or, you know, this or something else, you're not attributing to the make opponents play against Hammer Time 3 times in a league. Oh, give me a Fury, please. There's that card that I know I'm never gonna get in with. Play Clothis this turn, or we could blow up a land. Let's see. We have Chandra that I would like to protect if possible. They have 3 cards in hand. We know one of them's Lurrus. Remind me to send you my red-white blink list. It does something similar to this, but way easier on the mana. Okay, yeah. For sure, man. Send it my way. Post it on the Facebook. Send it to me in a message. Tweet it at me. Do your thing. What do you guys think? We could pillage a land here. I kind of feel like my opponent is just going to play another land. I sort of like Klothys. It's going to allow me to play Chandra next turn and Ragavan as a blocker and minus on Lurrus, maybe. I'm leaning towards Klothys. I think they have another one. Also, the more permanents we get down, the closer Klothys is to 5, 6. Yeah, that's pretty close to being a blocker. Really good, obviously. I don't like letting them have all this mana, but it is what it is. At least if they don't play a land this turn, we know that they also... Oh, the other thing is Pillage allows them to draw a card. So, yeah. Oh no. Ow. We can destroy that. I mean... Okay, we can do like a bunch of things this turn. What do they need? It's equipped for 1, right? They could potentially kill me this turn if I don't deal with that.
And what do you do again?
I'm in a sales.
Doggy bag.
A doggy bag is $90, a tea bag is $50. But I'll have to ask you to excuse me right now. See, I'm kind of, on a real date. That's all pimp. That's all pimp.
But then they play Lurrus next turn and they can replay it. That's kind of fucking lame.
That's all pimp. That's all pimp. Pimp. No, that's all pimp name. That's all
And
pimp name. Slick back.
That's what I said. Slick back.
No, slick back.
That's what I said.
I
Slick
think you
back.
just play the Ren and minus this turn.
That's what I said. Slick back.
No, slick back.
That's what I
Obviously, we're not going to be able to.
I'm a pimp name. Slick back.
Could swing with Ragavan this turn. Almost have enough mana to fucking block with it. I'm a little upset about that. Alright, don't kill me. If they play a land, we're dead. Oh, thank fucking God. Oh, thank God. We can kill this turn. Both this is a blocker when I play Chandra, so... but Monkey is a blocker if I exile Windswept. No. I got you. You know what to do.
That's what I said. Slick back. That's what I said. Slick back. That's what I said. Slick back. That's what I said. Slick back.
Do we play Ragavan this turn? I have to take 3 and go to 4. That seems rough. What's up, Josh? We're playing some Naya Ponza. But this doesn't bite me in the ass. Alright, good sign, good sign. No? Don't do it. Don't you do it, you dirty boy. Oh. Or girl. Or them. All due respect. Yeah, this Naya Ponza list is pretty sweet. I'm enjoying it a lot. Alright, they have 1 card in hand. Plus up on Chandra. We can minus on... No, we're just gonna let them take that. They don't know about the Blood Moon in our hand, though. Just play Ragavan this turn? Or do we just play Blood Moon? Blood Moon doesn't do shit, that's the problem. It just prevents them from drawing a card if they have a silent clearing. Close game. God damn. I found Exodia. We should be attacking with Clothis. I don't know what I'm doing. Being dumb, giving my opponent plenty of extra time. Is it worth killing anything here? Oh my god, no. All right, we have to dodge it for one turn. Okay, we did it. Jesus. That was scarier than it should have been, I feel like. I can't believe we actually connected with Ragavan. Usually that's like a pipe dream. Clothis was actually kind of clutch that game. As a blocker, I don't know. Maybe I've been wrong for taking out 2 of them. Maybe I should take out like Bloodbraid Elf or something. Oh, we need Kataki too. What do you guys think? Clothis or no Clothis? She's pretty good. But she doesn't directly attribute to our plan. She just exiles stuff for I guess the fact that she exiles things from the graveyard for Loris, I feel like it's pretty good. Doubles is obviously not good, but like she does block, as we saw in that last game, even though I should have been attacking. I'm gonna take out a Bloodbraid Elf. Leave the Clothis in. One of them, just one. No Force of Vigor. No Force of Vigor. I opted to play Wear Tear over it. Don't know if it's correct or not, FYI, but it's just something I'm trying. All right, this hand's not amazing, but it does have Blood Moon, has Bolt. Be good. We draw the right cards, I suppose. Yep. The Mountain.
Purple hat, cheetah print, dancing on the people, rolled up at the after joint, dancing on the people, dancing on the people. I got people on the people, dancing on the people, with the people on the people, smoking CO2. See me, see you dancing on the people, climb up on the booth, hanging from the people on the people. My head is the roof, dancing on the ceiling on the people. I got people on the people, dancing on the people. I got purple hat, cheetah print.
Please don't kill me.
Rolled up at the after joint, dancing
I think they're gonna kill me.
dancing on the people. I got people on the people.
Alright, sometimes that deck just does that. Ain't nothing you can do, family. Now, Force of Vigor is good in a situation like that, right? Not saying we had Wear and Tear in our hand, because that's the substitute, right? Now, this would be Force of Vigor if we were playing it. Urza Saga and a okay. Already started playing. What do you guys think? You think we should cast Fury here, exile or Rip Apart, just 2 for 1 them? Or should we just cast Rip Apart? Yeah, no, exactly. So in the Naya version, we absolutely can't. Oh baby, please do it. Sure. Nothing? It's nothing? Okay, game. I mean, I could cast this, technically. I could cast it. I'm gonna say no, though. What I'm trying to do. Is this correct to do in response? I do not know. Didn't get punished for it, though. Yep. Fuck out of here with that, dude. Crazy. We're not out of the woods yet. We still gotta hope that our opponent doesn't stabilize here. Yikes. That whole emblem Chandra plan. At least the Luris is out of the way. Don't telling me what I have to do. Oh, they have Springleaf Drum, dude. I'm fucking crazy. I'm tripping, dude. I'm tripping so hard. Tripping over myself. For some reason in my mind, I did not register Springleaf Drum. I should have just killed the Colossus Hammer. Oof. Alright, well, deck's giving us another chance. opponent is just like foaming at the mouth to kill me right now. That's pretty funny. Do you just minus here?
Pre-show with a bag full of pre-rolls, no fit in a crowd full of free codes. Feel brave as I walk to the stage and I tell them to behave as I put them in the days. I've been bold and I've been bad, bitch mad when I give a man whiplash. I consult your bait as a quick cash, sexy walk my way to a big bag. I hit the bank and I cash out, same way I hit the booth and I lash out. No, I ain't have fear for the money, but I work from the first to the last year. Do a little lap dance to the black man, let him hit it from the backside with a backhand. Front side,
Go, Chandra, go.
anytime I feel like the right to work.
Another 4-1 with this deck. All right, well, it appears that we have at least a decent matchup against Hammer Time, especially when they don't draw their outs. That could have been much worse. All right, well, that makes this list 8-2. That's 2 4-1s back to back. As far as changes to the deck, so what I would do at this current moment in time, I think this card is a little too cute. I think it is good in the right scenario, but one of the problems that we ran into that we inevitably died to was the fact that we did not have an answer to a Sanctifier Invect. I'm probably getting that wrong, but who knows how to pronounce that card? I know how to pronounce Sanctifier because that's a real word. But I just said that, but like I'm sure that's probably like another language or something. Maybe I don't know how to spell Sanctifier. I know how to say it. This card, we don't have an answer for this card in our 75 at the moment. So I don't know why people would really bring it in against me other than like just speculation that maybe I don't have a way to deal with it. And yeah, they were correct. They basically beat us with just regular creatures. But if I were to change anything, I would say that you could probably cut not that. We're not cutting wear tear. No, we want wear tear. It's not in the main deck though. Now you could probably cut 2 Fiery Justice. And play Path. And the reason why I say don't play what the fuck? No. What I want to play? Oh, Path 2 Exile. Dude. Am I okay mentally? Probably not. Alright, yeah, 2 Path to Exiles. I like Choke. I mean, it's not totally necessary against blue decks. I just fear that blue decks might have like a good bit of game against me. And the only cards I have to really bring in against them are Veil of Summer, so Choke just kind of makes sense. Path does aid them a little bit. I mean, okay, so here's the downfall, right? You can play Prismatic in this slot. You can play Prismatic, the Prismatic Omen. Oh, no, not that. The other Prismatic card. God, what a boomer, dude. Who knows what that does? We don't play that. We play Dryad now. Prismatic Ending. You can play Prismatic Ending in this slot, but just keep in mind that your Bloodbraid Elf could potentially hit Prismatic Ending. Against the artifact deck, it's not the end of the world. It still is probably going to remove something. Just keep in mind that this could be a big whiff on your Bloodbraid Elf if you play it against like blue-white control or something like that. That being said, Path or Prismatic Ending is a lot better against. Oh, we played against Hammer Time and won. We went 4-1 again, so we're 8-2 with the deck so far. And I cut Fiery Justice from the sideboard because we need a way to answer Sanctifier. So, do you think, because it's a double-edged sword either way, do you think we should be playing Path of Exile in the sideboard, which obviously is a Nombo with Blood Moon? Or should we risk running into one of our 2 prismatic endings with Bloodbraid Elf and just play prismatic ending? Probably the latter, right? We probably just concede that, you know, this card is... We could also just play, we could also just play the 1 mana exile a creature with converted mana cost 2 or less. I just like prismatic ending because it's versatile, you know what I mean? I don't know the names of cards anymore. Does anyone else have this problem? Because I don't remember the names of stuff like I used to. I feel like there's just too many goddamn Magic cards. I mean, truthfully, there's a few options. Portable Hull, that's the name of it. Non-land permanent too. I almost like this more. Sure, you can't play it against control like you can prismatic ending, but kind of nice. Yes, exactly. Because even if you touch a Mishra's Bauble, they're just going to sack it in response. It's not dead against the artifact decks. I think Portable Hull is just what we need. As weird as it looks, like it looks weird on paper, it's one of those cards where you're just like, huh, why didn't they play X or Y or Z? And then you kind of run through those options and think about why, and you start to realize certain reasons why you might not play Path or Prismatic Ending. K return. Yeah, but K return kills my Arbor Elves, unfortunately, and my Bloodbraid Elves. It pretty much kills my whole deck except for Fury and Colossus. Yeah, I think I would make this change. Something like that. I'm really liking running a ton of sideboard artifact hate. I mean, like, you guys saw it. It's fucking good. Like, look at how many people are playing artifacts right now. Just inherently, because they're just good. Yeah, exactly. You can't play K-Return in this deck anyway. But, like, Rip Aparts in the main, like, my god, like, so good. These were, Lightning Helixes, but this card just has so much more versatility. It's literally only worse against Ragavan, which we had no problems with Ragavan tonight. So, for the most part, anyway. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it, guys. I didn't really intend on streaming for a long time tonight, but I am gonna cut it a little short just because I've been working through the fucking. I mean, I know we all work, obviously, but I've been working since last Monday. I took Wednesday off just to kind of like mentally relax or whatever, but I think I'm gonna take the rest of the week to like sort of unwind and just play a little Moto offline. Maybe try that red-white deck that you were talking about, and then just sort of like just chilling, man, you know. But I appreciate you guys swinging by. Reality Hemorrhage. You know what's sad is I know what that does. That's the one that deals 2 damage and exiles, right? See, this is occupying space in my brain. Oh, it doesn't exile. I wasn't. Yeah, see what I mean? This is why I can't learn new complex information, is because things like this are occupying space in my brain. And I'm upset that you also knew what this card did. Oh, man. Oh, that's so funny, dude. I used to play Oppressive Raid. That was a cool one. Is it oppressive or oppressing? Is it oppress something? Yeah. They ain't never fucking untapping that bitch. This used to be. I know it has Devoid. I know, trust me. It's colorless. I get it. But like, this used to be my sideboard tech in Hate Bears against Death Shadow. Pretty sweet. Because you're already taxing their land like crazy anyway. Aggressive raise, yeah. Sweet Mac card. I don't know. I'll mess with it a little bit. Like, we've come a long way since Journey to Nowhere and cards like that. So we got a lot of options. Those cards just like virtually unplayable now. But so good against Hierarchy. Yeah, it's so funny. And the ones that I had were Japanese too, because I couldn't find English ones. Understandably, no one had this card. So every time I cast this card, which was probably like 10 times that day, I went 8-1 on the day, the first day of the GP. Every time I cast it, my opponent called a judge. And I don't blame them, because when I told them what it did, they were like, wow, that seems really good. I kind of want to make sure that that's what it does. And I'm like, dude, by all means. It's like when I was playing main deck Ley Lines of the Void in my early Bridgevine deck. And I would play it, and we had a guy call a judge on me at a classic, because he was playing Dredge. He's playing against me, and I just go pregame packs, play Leyline of the Void, and he's like, judge. And I'm like, dude, I don't even blame you, man. I was like, I don't even blame you. I was like, yeah, call the judge. And the interesting thing is, and I don't know if this is right or not, because I'm not good with rulings, but the interesting thing is the judge was like, I can't tell you I can't tell you basically how many of those cards that your opponent plays, but I can tell you that Ley Line of the Void that is on the battlefield is in your opponent's deck, registered. And my opponent was like, or it wasn't that. They phrased it in a weird way. Like the judge phrased it like, basically like, I can't tell you anything, but continue playing. That's what they said. That's what it was. They were like, I cannot tell you that information, so continue playing. And my opponent was like, okay, but like, this is really important to me because they're playing Dredge. And I had the Ley Line of the Void on turn 0. This was before Hogak. Okay, this was when Creeping Chill had just got printed. And the judge was like stoic. They were like, continue playing your match. We will verify this, but continue playing until we say stop. And my opponent was so concerned. They did not want to play. They were like protesting basically. And finally the judge was like, we can't give you that information. And I was like, look, it's like, am I allowed to give them that information? They were like, well, you can tell them whatever you want basically. And I was like, I promise you they are registered in my main deck. I was like, there's a reason. You will find out that reason. It's because when Bridge from Below is in your graveyard and their creature dies, it doesn't exile your Bridge from Below because their creature never hits the graveyard. It's also subsequently really good against Dredge, which just so happened to be very popular that weekend. So like, there was a whole reason, and my opponent was not happy, trust me. They got 2-0'd very quickly, but it was a really funny ordeal, like a strange card to include in the main. But anyway, that's my little story for you guys. Hope you guys have a good night. I really appreciate everybody who stopped by. If you are watching on the VODs, or just chilling, consider joining the community Discord. I don't know, Discord. It is open for everybody. We share memes, we share food, we share games, not just Magic, and just kind of chill out, vibe out. It's a great community, and yeah, it's one that I'm proud of. That link can be found in my Facebook, it can be found on my Twitter, it can be found in my Twitch, it can be found anywhere. So feel free to join that. We got a lot of great people, and you're more than welcome. Everyone is welcome. So have a good night, guys. Take care. I will release a new schedule starting Monday, and I will see you guys. Peace out.